Well, greetings and salutations, everybody. Let me check here and make sure that I actually am going with audio this time. Let's see here. Wait for somebody to show up here because I just kind of threw this one together because, oh man, I was having such a hard time with the mobile setup, and my mobile Wi-Fi was just giving me all kinds of hell. Hold on a second here. Let me check over here. YouTube. Me like that, and make sure I got some audio. All right, I got some audio now. Okay, just wanted to make sure before I went on and talked a whole bunch more about what was going on. And all right, so it's been a couple of months. Sorry about this. Yes, yes, I have audio this time. Okay, let me give you a quick rundown of what just happened. Obviously, a couple of months ago, I had downloaded DIRTH's Flat Earth Clock app, which is what you see up on the screen here. This is just a piece of the raw video that I had taken of me going through the app. And now, the thing I wanted to do is now this touts to being the showing the actual position of the sun and the moon. Now, I'm going to say that the moon is not up, even though according to, well, I'm not going to go to that. Long story short, I am basically here. Okay, I don't know if you can see my mouse very well, but I'm just going to go ahead and put it on here. I am here. Now, according to DIRTH's map, he puts the sun out here on the hour hand. Now, this is back in April. This is not today. This was actually the day that I had downloaded it and used it. So what I was doing was I had gone through and I was testing out all the features, and he's got this one little feature on here. I don't know what it's actually called, but we'll just call it the jump feature, which jumps 1 month ahead. And depending on how many times you push it, obviously you can jump several months ahead as you're going. Now the cool part is that on April 20th, when I downloaded this, I got, let me show you which ones I got here when I accidentally did this. Hold on a second. So I'm going through this, and then this is the jump button right here. Okay, yeah, bullshit zodiacs. But I hit jump and I was like, oh wow, that goes to May. And then I was like, June. And then let's see, July. And then I went a couple more times. August, September, October, and I think November was the last one I did. So that's basically what that is. So what I have is I have several months worth of what DIRTH wants you to believe is the position of the sun on flat Earth. And well, you know, the reason why flat earthers don't give you this information is because of the fact that flat earthers don't want to be tested. Now let me go ahead and run down a couple of things here. First of all, I would like to point out, and I'll probably bring that up here in a second. I placed a bet back in April against to DIRTH about his app. And you could find that actually a couple of videos back on my channel here, and it's its own separate video about the bet. And basically, I was going to pay for 100 more users because this is a pay app. I was going to pay for 100 more users, basically pay for vouchers, and as well as offer some monetary incentive to flat earthers who actually promoted this challenge to DIRTH, and if I lost, I was going to pay them money as well. And now I have to say, and it was brought to my attention by these particular flat earthers, there were a couple of flat earthers who were all about, let's test this. Now we can argue on whether or not they want to test it because they're interested in testing things, or if they want it tested just to blow DIRTH out of the water. Whatever the case might be, I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know motivations, and I'm not going to care either, because any motivation for testing is testing. at the end of the day. But but one thing that I have to say is that Bob from Globebusters actually mentioned his dissatisfaction with flat earthers, stating that that they wanted DITRH's app tested. They actually stated that. Is it quiet for anybody else? Bit low? Well, let's see. Let's go ahead and turn that volume up a little bit. Sorry for everybody else who's already adjusted, but I'm seeing a couple of people here who are complaining about the low stuff here. So anyway, let me throw a couple little highs in here. Illusion Perzel. Let's see, Tommy, what's going on? Let's see. Oh shit, I haven't seen Jared in a while. What's up, bud? And let's see, Blue Marble Science. What's going on, guys? What's going on to all of you guys? But again, back to the app. Now I had done, and basically what I'd done was I had modeled it out to find out where's the sun supposed to be on each one of these days, as far as an azimuth from my location. I am Central West Germany, and in Kaiserslautern. And then I wanted to check what the azimuth was for the flat Earth map, which Dave was selling keyword, and the azimuth for the globe, which is on any number of sites to include Stellarium, TimeAndDate.com, SunCalc.org, all those other things. What's up, Bert? By the way, everybody, see that icon there? Bert Rickles. Bert Rickles just did a bunch of reviews on the content of DITRH's app, so y'all make sure you take a look at his stuff too. This is nothing more than a cash grab. That's all it is. But anyway, what I did was I got the azimuth of where the sun's supposed to be on the flat Earth map, and where the sun's supposed to be stated 1,000 times over on various other sites as far as the globe goes. And then I found a location, which is this parking lot. It's a park and ride just outside of Kaiserslautern, Germany. It's here on the far east side of Kaiserslautern, Germany. Now, what I found out was, just by doing some simple measurements, some simple azimuths, this road right here, this side road that goes up along parallel with the Autobahn, this side road is at 292 degrees azimuth. Now, according to Dave's app, and you can be as generous with this as you want to, but according to Dave's app, the sun from my location, again, I am here in Germany, the sun from my location, according to Dave's app, should be approximately 314 degrees from my location at 7:20 p.m. Hold on a second here. Let me get it on the right month here. Yeah. At 7:20 p.m., it should be about 314 degrees. Whereas the globe says it's going to be at about 275 degrees. Okay, we're almost at equinox, so it's almost 270 degrees. Which basically results in, if with this road being the dividing line as far as an azimuth goes, if Dave was right and his map was right, which we all know it isn't, the sun would be on the right side of the road. And if the globe is right, the sun will be on the left side of the road. And today, much more so than before, it'll be a good bit on the left side of the road. Now, all I had to do was go out there and test this at the right time during the right date. And like I said, unfortunately, I had to have a month spacer between each one because those were the only dates that I had. I returned the app because it was crap anyway. It kept on crashing. I returned the app right after I downloaded it. But again, I had these bits of data that I could use. So here we are. Now in May, I went out to go do it, but unfortunately, Kaiserslautern was playing a soccer game that day, and that's one of the primary uses for this parking area here is to offer parking because of the stadium. and then they bus people to and from this parking area over to the Kaiserslautern soccer stadium. And so this was all this was all packed up with cars and police and all this other stuff, so I couldn't get in there to do this. Then the last two times, which I posted up on Twitter each time, the last two opportunities that I had, it was completely cloudy. It was completely useless. There was no way I could get any kind of a measurement. But today, it turned out to be an absolutely gorgeous day outside, and since today was one of the days that I have that measurement, it was perfectly fine to go out and do it. Now, what I had done, the reason why my live stream a little while ago started a little bit late was because of the fact that I was having trouble with my mobile hotspot. For some reason, it was not as charged up as it appeared to have been, or I assumed that it was. And so therefore it kept on crashing on me, so I couldn't start the damn stream. So I ran home real quick. I got this much more powerful battery bank that I have and started charging it up and hauled butt back. And I hadn't even made it out to the parking lot yet. Oops, hold on. I hadn't even made it out to the parking lot yet, so I didn't even know what this looked like. And but as I was getting close enough to the time that I had to be live on it, I pulled over to the side of the road, got everything all together. Now the problem is that in my haste of trying to put all this together, I didn't realize that the default settings for audio on my tablet were set to my Bluetooth speaker that I have at my house. And so I couldn't get the audio to switch over, and I was running out of time, so I couldn't figure out why it was like that. And the other problem is when you do webcam mode in YouTube live streams, I couldn't find a button that let me turn the camera around, so I couldn't use the backside camera on my tablet. So it was a total mess. But I was just like, well, at least I'll get the video out, and the video will be timed. And so that's what I just did, and that's when I just cut back. And let's see here. I'm not trying to hear talks about football versus soccer. Sorry. But anyway, yes, 1 FCK. Let's see here. No, where is he? Yeah. Well, that was all I wanted, Bert. I wanted to make sure that I got out there and got this stupid shot, so that you could see whether or not the sun was decisively on the left side of the road or the right side of the road. Now, I'm happy that I had actually picked up I was actually talking through the whole thing, but I didn't know that it wasn't transferring audio. But I had actually I had made a joke, and it's a good thing that I did, because flat earthers are funny like that. I had made a joke about the fact that I was filming through my windshield, and I knew that some flat earther out there was going to say, "Oh, well, it's only on the left side of the road because of the windshield of the car and all this." And so I picked up the tablet off of my dashboard, and I moved it over to I moved it actually outside the window, and I'm lucky I did that, because when I looked at the video itself, it turns out I didn't realize that I was kind of filming upwards because I couldn't see the front side of my screen. So, let's go ahead and run this down. It's only 9 minutes worth of stuff here. This is me with my finger on it, so nobody has to see my mug. And I couldn't figure out how to turn the damn camera around. And so let's see here. So I don't even have to turn on the audio because there's no audio to it. Alright, so let's see here. We'll get past my thumb here. Alright, so this is actually me parked a couple blocks away, because I looked at my clock and I was like, no, I gotta start this stream, otherwise I'm going to start it after the time that I wanted to be there. Come on, Tommy, you know that would be an excuse. You know that would be an excuse. I mean, if we can use airplane windows and all that other stuff as an excuse, whatever. Yeah, I didn't realize it was tilted up this high. This is my first time actually going through the video. But, I mean, this thing was actually on my dashboard. but it was standing upright. That's why I'm driving so slow. Now I'm going through an area here called Pre-Park, which is over by Mobile Martin. There's the Mobile Martin building. It's probably good that that's pointed up anyway. You know, there were one or two people who were walking by, and I'm sure somebody could give me a little bit of snot about privacy and all that other crap. But nevertheless, and I'm talking through this whole thing, and some of the things that I was pointing out is that DITRH has made over $165,000 off of this pay app, this pay bullshit app. Okay, $165,000, and yet he shows that you can go to Antarctica for 11K. And I don't care if you're out on some little bitty island, you know, some little tip of some island and stuff like that. If you go there, you are going to get proof of either flat or globe Earth. Period. Even there. But of course, we know he won't do that. And we know that Bob doesn't like the fact that I was doing coming down through the new construction area and the new Porsche dealer. But we also know that Bob doesn't like people, flat earthers, doing any testing or questioning any flat earth claims, because he went up on his on Globebusters and actually complained about the fact that there were flat earthers who wanted to see me do this test. And you know, so that's how I know that DITRH actually knows about this test, because DITRH and Bob, sorry, you know they know about this. And but you know, DITRH's just a little punk, and he will not acknowledge the test, even though the fact that I offered up my channel and money, and he wouldn't even take it. Wouldn't even take it. I offered up my channel and like over $400, and he wouldn't even take it. Now you tell me that. I'll bet my channel against stuff that I've done. I'll bet my channel against stuff that I've done. But flat earthers won't do that. Flat earthers don't want to not make money off of this. So, nevertheless, here I am coming around. Just went over the Autobahn and coming up on the Park and Ride. Hopefully I can see some of it. I didn't realize this was tipped up so high. And by the way, if there are any flat earthers watching this either live or later, make sure you tell Bob and DITRH that they're both dishonest pieces of shit. And I don't care if you don't like the words that I used, Bob, because that's the way you talk about us anyway, so I don't even want to hear it. So, I am actually parked right here at the front of that, at the lead of that road. I'll pause this for a second. At the lead of that road, I am actually parked right here looking up that road. Okay, you'll see it again in a second. I'm just telling you where I ended up stopping. But I am right here. There's a gate that kind of closes off the ability to go on different sides of it. And this is the part where I'm just kind of talking, and unfortunately there wasn't any use in me talking because the audio wasn't going through. But like I said, I had made a joke about, oh, you know, it's going to be about the curved windshield and all this other stuff. So lucky for me, because flat earthers are so hysterical and would make a claim like that I would have to cover. Hold on a second here. There we go. I had actually picked up my tablet off the dashboard, and hold on a second, and actually put it outside the window. Yes, by the way, I have a rather large dashboard on this. I was actually showing the time. It was like 23 after at that point. And then, let me go ahead and move this outside. There's my stormtrooper. Everybody knows my stormtrooper. That is the cardinal saint of my car to ensure that I don't hit anything. Some people will get that joke. But you can see that I'm looking down the road, and the sun is most definitely on the left side of the road. It would have to be way the hell over here for Dave to be correct. There's just no way around it. So, those are the results, guys. Now, again, Dave did not openly take my bet. Meaning that he did not come to me and say that he was going to take my bet. And because why would he offer up a bet that, even though if he won, oh my God, if he would have won this bet, he would have, like I said, he would have killed my channel, would have been able to talk all kind of good smack, and got money for it. But I guess he's making more money off that app, eh, Dave? So, are you suggesting that DITRH is lying? I'm flat out stating that DITRH is lying. I mean, this isn't. You see, there's a flat earthers like to call me a liar because I demonstrate the globe, and I'm cool. And I'm kind of cool with that level of childishness. When you do honest testing and you do and provide honest information, the worst that you will ever be, if you are performing that honestly, is you'll be wrong. Okay? If something comes up wrong, you will be wrong. You won't be a liar because you are performing tests honestly. In other words, you are using equipment the way it's supposed to be used. You are not inserting excuses the way that a lot of people might want to, whatever. The DITRH is a believer, not a thinker. Well, I could say that about a lot of people there, Cause. So the worst you would ever be is wrong. However, Dave and many flat earthers, because they have been provided with the factual, tested information, okay, are actually lying because they know that the information they are putting out is not factual. Okay? If you are, it's called delivering a deliberate untruth. In other words, you know that the stuff that you are putting out is not factual. You know it is. So therefore, you are lying. Dave, liar. Jaron, liar. Bob, liar. Brett, liar. Okay? Unlike everybody that I just mentioned there, and I can name so many more, unlike everybody that I mentioned there, I can actually back the information that I have. I just get dismissed and called a liar by flat earthers who can't even back their own claims. So, I mean, I don't want to ramble on too long on this because otherwise I would just keep on going and going and going. But let's not forget, Dave has made $165,000 estimated. In other words, and the reason why I say estimated is because it's probably more than that. But that's a light estimation based on how many people he has on the tracker app or portion of the app. And I'm not afraid to say that's where I got that information from. So at $3 a pop times 55,000 people, now you could say that they take 30% off. Google takes 30% off the top. Fine. But all these other things that he's getting revenue for, whether it's the associate links to Amazon, whether it's the revenues from the different platforms that he has, whether it's through his donations and all these other things, he got that 30% back. So I'm going to put it at an estimate of $165,000. To a lot of people, that could buy a house. Okay? And all DITRH does is sit in his basement and do podcasts and show up where he gets paid to show up. Okay? Tell me this ain't all about making money. Tell me that. Okay? Oh, yes. The latest... Oh, Bert, that's not late. That's old. The Personal Atmospheric Dome. Yeah, I remember that. That was... Yeah. Thanks for backing me on that, Jared. You said personal domes again. Nothing that Flat Earthers is coming out with is anything new. All of this stuff was debunked years ago by myself, by Reds, Sean, Geo, and Wolfie. I could just run down a list of names. Surf Perzel. I mean, all these people. We've already been down all this. None of what they are coming at us with is new. And what's funny is that it's not new because of the fact that when you're like on Twitter or any of these other social media sites having these arguments with people, The flat earthers cannot back up their words. All they know is the claim. That's all they know. They can't back it up with anything. And then they post their claim, and then they're like, prove me wrong. And then when they see your stuff, they say, prove you right. You know, it's like, come on, man. You know, do you have no standards of your own? So, yeah, what's old is new again. Yeah, everything's the new black, bro. It's, what do you call it? You know, it's it's just how they do it, bro. Anyway, so, even though I was not obligated to do this, this has been going on and going on. I've been trying to get this accomplished. Even despite the fact that DITRH ran like a punk from my challenge, ran like a punk because I know he knows about my challenge, because flat earthers have told him, globe busters have told him, and he ran like a punk. Won't even answer my tweets. It's so hysterical because he knows that the information he's putting out is a lie, and he knows that the app that he has is only intended to make money. Now, it'd be something else if we were talking about making money to perform experimentation, perform tests, go out on expeditions, and all this other stuff. That would be one thing. That was one thing that I had to give FE Corps credit for. They were actually trying to go out and do stuff. But, sorry, you know, if you're not going to take that boat ride to Antarctica, which you have more than enough money to take you and 12 other people with you, just to do, I mean, literally, you could just get out, you could literally just get off the boat, wait 24 hours, and know whether or not the Earth is flat or spherical. That's just all it is. But you won't do that, will you? You won't do it at all, because you're a dishonest prick. That's all you are. You are making money off of gullible people. Okay? And that, unfortunately, that's something that's mainstream now. You are making money off of gullible people. You are an Alex Jones of Flat Earth making money off of gullible people, even though you know the information you are putting out is dishonest. You know it is. So, again, I'm sure that's not going to invite me to any discussions with DITRH or Globebusters or any of these people and all this, but, you know, that's par for the course. Because all they do is hide behind their channels, hide behind their followers, block people, and then tell them, oh, no, look, I have no competition because nobody's here refuting my work, even though you block everybody from showing it to you. Anyway, I'm rambling on. Ladies and gents, this image right here, all by itself, even though I had to kind of sling it together at the last moment. This image right here clearly displays that DITRH sap is bullshit. It never was, nor could it ever be, a piece of factual information. Okay? So, that's all I got. I appreciate everybody stopping by. And I'm going to go ahead and close this out. The original video I'm going to link eventually to the bottom of this video, meaning the test here, as well as the previous test. I'll link them and then just make those other two unlisted, just so they don't clutter it up, so this becomes the source of the information. But they will be linked in the bottom here. So, anyway, ladies and gents, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and because I will, knowing that I finally got this stupid thing done. And there's nothing that puts a bigger smile on my face or lets me know exactly where I am in the world than being able to expose the lies of people who spread disinformation for money. Anyway, y'all have a nice day. And just kind of simulate the boom in the back of your... Dang, Joss! What's up, big dog? Sorry, I just noticed you were in here. If you were in here before, oh man, dang Joss, the guy who destroyed any hope of flat earthers being able to have discussions about refraction. destroyed it with a peanut can. Oh my God. Still, anyway. What's up, Born? What's up? Okay. What's up to everybody? And I hope everybody has a great evening. And so just put a bunch of boom emojis in there because I still am not good at OBS. Y'all have a nice night.